and welcome to this Pilates Matwork session. We're going to be using a very firm band or a belt or tights, something that you can hold on to but doesn't have to be stretchy. We'll use that in a moment, but for now, so just put that to one side. For now, we're going to start off just warming up the body. So let's stand on your mat with your legs connected together. Just check you have a bit of room in front of you, to the sides and behind you as well, because we're going to be working around the body. And I want you to find your good standing to begin with. So as the legs have connected together, soften the knees, lengthen your spine. Think of your pelvis in a neutral position. Ribs softening towards your hips, tummy gently engaging towards the spine. Arms hanging off the shoulders, the chest is open. The chin is parallel to the mat, the crown of your head reaching to the ceiling, and think of that sense of length through the back of your neck as well. Now on the floor in front and around you is a clock face. 12 o'clock in front of you, 3 o'clock to the right, 6 o'clock behind you, 9 o'clock to the left. We're going to start off just working the right leg. So I want you to shift the weight into that left leg, but keep a centered spine. And you're going to step forward and plant your foot flat onto the floor. Come back to the center, step to the right, come back to the center, and step behind you. And come back to the center. Go out to the right, to the center, and back to the beginning, and to the center. So we're going to keep moving the legs in this particular sequence. Stepping to 3 o'clock, and to 12, and to 3, and to 6. We're going to do one more set after this one, and really what we're doing is actually we're mobilizing the leg that you're standing on, that hip socket, where the thigh bone meets the pelvis. This is your last one here, and then find your connected legs again, find your centering, and let's swap over to the left side. Stepping to 12, stepping to 9, stepping to 6, stepping to 9, and stepping to 12. And so we'll keep moving again through that left leg. Again, we're thinking about what's happening in the right hip as we move the left leg. So again, just gently mobilizing that hip socket. Keep breathing as you're moving, no particular pattern, but don't hold the breath. And just find that nice rhythm through the body, through the legs. We're going to do one more set. Finishing to your 12 o'clock. And then come back to the center again. Now we're going to do a little lunge from side to side. So we're going to step over to the right, bend that right knee and lunge to that side. Step back to the center, step to the left, bend the left knee, lunge, and come back to the center. Breathing out to lunge, breathe in to push back. Breathe out to lunge, breathe in to push back. Just a side view to give you a sense as well. Watch that you don't lean the whole body forwards as you do this. So as you step to the side, keep your body as upright as you can as you lean into that leg. And obviously alternating legs. So we'll do 2 more to each side. And then back to the center again. We're going to come into a little stretch for the back of the legs now. That previous exercise you would have felt it in a thigh stretch, but now we're going to work into the back of the legs. So let's open the legs as wide apart as you comfortably can. Please don't feel you have to touch the floor as we go down through the spine into a roll down position, but your hands may touch the floor. Keep your knees really soft. We're going to start off with a roll down. When we get to the bottom, we're going to swing the body over from side to side to stretch the back of each leg individually. It's a slow, steady swing, so don't move too fast. Take a breath in, engage the tummy. As you breathe out, bone by bone, roll the spine down towards the floor. When you get to the bottom, take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, walk the hands over to one of your legs, grab hold of the leg, and gently pull yourself towards it, breathing in. As you breathe out, release. And walk your hands over to the other leg. Grab hold of the leg, breathe in, pull towards you. Breathe out to release. Come back to the center and over to the first leg again. Back to the center, over to the second leg one last time. And then come back to the center, don't yet come up unless you need to. And now walk the hands back as far as you can behind you. And then come back and walk them a little bit in front of you. Breathe out as you go back. Breathe in as you come to the front. I'll just show you a side view as well if that's helpful. But think about as you move through the arms, you're getting a deeper rounding of the spine and then releasing to a more flat back. And then rounding the spine, feeling the back of the legs, of both legs stretching, and then coming back. Just one last one to finish. Bend your knees a little bit, connect your tummy, roll yourself back up. Bone by bone by bone. Rather than just bouncing back to the center, see if you can walk your feet back. So just do a little zigzag foot motion to eventually bring you upright. We're going to use your band or belt or tights for the next few exercises. So let's stand with your feet hip width apart and parallel. And with your band or whatever you're using, we're simply going to hold it shoulder width apart. Nice long fingers in the arms, or in the hands. Let's start with your arms down by your sides. I'm going to start with some ribcage closure. So the challenge here is to keep the ribcage drawing down towards your hips as the arms are coming up towards the ceiling. Try not to let the arms pull and move your spine backwards and forwards. So we'll take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, arms float up. And breathe in as the arms come back down. Breathe out, arms up. And breathe in to return. So we're not really pulling on the band, we're keeping the arms shoulder width apart. And hopefully they're moving in good alignment with one another and in good alignment with the shoulder joints. If you want more challenge, you can add a double heel lift. So arms come up as the heels come up. And you go down with the heels, down with the arms. Breathe out, rise up, pressing into the balls of the feet. Breathe in, coming back down. We'll do 3 more sets. And 2. And one last one. Good, and then relax the arms and legs. Let's do a little bit of work now for the upper back. It's a standing curl up, but we are using the band to slightly engage the arm and shoulder muscles, and then we're going to move the arms and shoulders in this position. I'm just going to turn to the side, it might be easier for you to see the movement. So we start off with the arms straight out in front, and keep the knees soft, keep the tummy engaged. You're going to nod your chin towards your chest and curl just the top of your spine forwards and stay there. Then the arms just move inside the shoulders, a little kind of jiggling motion to stretch the muscles between the shoulder blades. Still your arms, lower them down and roll yourself back up, standing tall. And we'll do 2 more sets like that. Arms come up, spine, upper back stretches forwards, keeping the tummy engaged, and then you do your shoulder movement, slightly pulling on the band, although it's not stretching very much at all. Obviously if you're holding a belt it won't stretch. And then lower your arms, roll yourself back up. One last one. Lowering the arms, rolling your spine back up, finding your good standing. So from here, let's come into a standing back bend. So let's take the band behind your back now, and again we're just holding the band shoulder width apart. Again, I'll show you from the side. So now we're going to take the upper body forwards and upwards rather than into a standing curl up. We're bending the spine the other way. So let's start off first of all by squeezing the shoulder blades together. Push the arms back and then lift your chest, lift your chin and look up to the ceiling, and then release back to neutral. Take a breath in, engage the tummy. Breathe out, squeeze the shoulder blades, push the arms back. Breathe in, lift your chest, open the throat, look to the ceiling. And breathe out to release. Breathe in to prepare. We'll do 2 more sets. Feeling that width across the front of the body, that length from the chin to the pubic bone. 2 more sets to finish. Last one. When you finish, bring your band in front of you again. Ideally, we're going to keep the legs connected together for this next exercise, but if you feel more stable, you may want to have much wider legs, about shoulder width apart. So we're going to be gliding the pelvis from side to side. So you'll feel, as I say, more stable with wider feet, a little bit more challenged, possibly less range with the legs together. So let's float your arms up to the ceiling. Shoulder width apart, bit of tension in the band, but again, you're not pulling the band. We're going to start with a side reach to the right. So head, neck and spine stretch over to the right. And then the pelvis leans to the left. Then you come back to the center, pelvis and spine, and you go over to the left, gliding the pelvis to the right and coming back to the center. Breathing out for the side reach, breathing in for the glide. Breathe out to come back. It's challenging to balance, as you can see. Last one to each side. I got a little bit too ambitious there. Last one to the left, gliding to the right. And back to the center and relax the arms. Give your shoulders a little circle or a shrug if you need to. Leave your band to one side. We're going to finish off standing in Pilates stance. So from the connected together legs, we're going to turn your thigh bones out in your hips. Heels together, toes in that small V shape. Bring your hands into prayer position, the thumbs pressing into the breastbone, elbows nice and wide, all of the fingers pressing together, especially that little finger, because that'll help switch on that muscle around the armpit and the side of the body. We're going to try to keep the pelvis facing the front. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, waist twist to the right, head, neck, shoulders, ribs and waists. Breathe in, come back to the center. Breathe out, twisting to the left. Breathing in, coming back. So we're trying to keep the pelvis facing forwards. You'll notice it's a small rotation. We're not going too far. Think of spiraling upwards, pushing down into the feet as the crown of your head reaches towards the ceiling. Last set to finish. Don't forget to press those hands together. Lift through the spine. Last one to the left to finish. When you finish, relax your arms. Give your shoulders a little circle or a shrug. Shake out the legs should you need to. And we're finished that standing warm-up. We're going to continue now with part 2 down onto the mat. See you there in a moment.